Hello and welcome, family, to another episode of Wake Up Africa. And I'm happy to report today that Africa is truly awake. I've just been enjoying myself reading Black Twitter, and it's crazy, family. Queen Elizabeth dies, and Black Twitter has gone ham. In fact, Black Twitter and Irish Twitter. You guys definitely please check those hashtags just so you can see. And it's not even about making fun of this whole situation. But it's just to show you the narrative is broken. Oh my God, family. The narrative is broken. The mental spell over our people has been lifted. People can now see the veil that was in front of our eyes has been lifted as well. We can now see. And our voice is back. It's like our voice was killed back in the day, and the revolution, the sign of the revolution and the dawn of the new time and the new season for the global Black nation, and for others who are with us, I guess Irish Twitter, is just do hashtag Black Twitter, and so much is being shared. One of the guys I follow, he was saying, in 1905, British soldiers in Kenya, led by Colonel Metzagan, killed this man, Koitalel Samoy, chopped off his head and spirited it to London, where it has been kept in a museum for 117 years. How can we, and then it's accusing, because some people, I think, who were first, there were some Black people that were first saying, oh, rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth, I don't know what. And then now the whole dialogue has changed, where this guy is like, how can you celebrate that? How can you be celebrating Queen Elizabeth's life? And you know what? It's because of the brainwashing of our parents and uncles and aunts' generation. Those guys were in their 50s, 60s, and 70s. Who were the first to be mentally colonized through the schools and everything. They're the ones who have always held the Queen of England. But Black Twitter is going, ham. This person says, people being surprised about Irish Twitter and Black Twitter finding common ground over the Queen reminds me of what a member of the IRA said about being honored by New York City. Can't be any hope for the global messed of the earth without unwavering solidarity with Black power. Family, the narrative, as they can't even control the narrative. There's also this old show who is trending across Kenya, and she was actually tortured with axes during Kenya's struggle for independence. And a couple of months ago, she was interviewed by Deutsche Welle, and she told the Queen, yo, bring back my stuff that you took. Don't send a proxy. Don't send anyone. Come yourself. And I mean, seriously, many have been praying for this. Even if our brainwashed people were bowing to the Queen. Our ancestors have been praying for this day forever, family. And, others saying, Black Twitter and Irish Twitter are going in on the Queen right now. Being a Black woman in Ireland this weekend is going to be so much fun. Family, please watch the other show I just did. I told you this is going to be a series. The Queen of the South is back. That's all I'll say. The Queen of the South is back, and there cannot be two queens. And Babylon fooled you. They were worshiping the Black Madonna while telling you to worship a male white Jesus. Say, stories for other days. And, there was one or two who were trying to argue, this is not the time for this. I don't know what. Nah. It's amazing. It's amazing to see the new tone we've taken. Some people saying, oh, when you said the Queen was dead, I thought Latifah had gone. Oh my God. And I guess, being a Black person living in Ireland right now is quite something. And thank you, Chuck, and Black Twitter and Irish Twitter on one timeline. Yo, family. And there's all kinds of different people sharing their narratives of the torture, of the plunder of our people, of how, so many crimes were committed and then they were never voiced. They were never spoken out. And now they're exploding onto the scene. And this is the narrative. Because family, it's all about the narrative. Whoever controls the narrative controls reality, controls the people, controls humanity. Babylon had total control because they controlled the narrative. They took away our narrative, destroyed it, whitewashed it, pillaged the tombs of our ancestors to get that knowledge and siphon it away. A lot of our ancient books are stuck in the Vatican, in British museums, in German museums, in museums in Belgium, and all this stuff under the Vatican. And for so long, they have silenced our voices. So, family, you know. Someone else was saying, Annie Bell was saying, centuries of trauma being revealed and healed on Black Twitter, Irish Twitter, and Scottish Twitter today. If you don't get it, just leave them be. And thank your lucky stars that you don't understand the kind of pain that lasts for generations. That was from Mzungu Lady in the Divided Kingdom. I just advise that and these are the Black diaspora voices. The British royal family and other European monarchs worked to destroy African royal family. So now the Queen Elizabeth is dead. Do not forget the great African queens that ruled. And you can see it here. Okay, we honor Queen Nefertiti, we honor Queen Makeda, we honor Empress Zawaditu, Empress Menenen, Empress Queen Zinga, Queen Nandi, and of course Mumbi, the first mother of the Agikoyo nation. We honor her as well. And it's great, family, to see that our voice is our voice is finally being heard. People are finally expressing. And let me tell you, the thing is that's so funny is that a lot of our youth are now being caught up on the real truth. Because if you were to look at our presidents, although they're neo-colonial proxies, so even then they're going to have to transition themselves. I told you, whoever is coming into the presidency right now is not going to be not going to be a walk in the park. Because we're entering a season where now we're fighting for the real independence of African nations. Because we've been under a neo-colonial order. We've been under a neo-colonial order, family. And with Lisbeth, that all ends because she was the stronghold. If you understand Mama Earth, you'll understand why Charles can never have that amount of power and influence that Lisbeth had. She chose to be a woman for a reason. And people saying Black Twitter is showing no respect for the passing of Queen Elizabeth. What if one of your leaders passed away? And then they have these children dancing like, and we'll mourn and keep it moving. But let's stop these false narratives, because that's what gives them power. So much freedom was killed by being polite and being nice and not hurting people's feelings. Our feelings were, more than our feelings were hurt. Our soul was deeply injured by this woman, family, and what she represents. Let's not hide that under the rug. And I told you, it's a new dawn, family. And I'm so glad that there's all these voices that are coming out to speak about the truth, family. Because all our presidents were like, my deepest condolences, I don't know what. Then there was a certain age bracket. I told you that age bracket. They were the first ones to be brainwashed with that colonial education. And they've always felt kind of superior because they got educated. Trying to say, rest in peace, Michael. Woo, huh? Are you on crack? And, this guy Oscar says, but seriously, it's telling that Black Twitter, Irish Twitter, and majority of the world is uniting because of Queen Elizabeth II's death. I'm not into politics, but a vast majority of the world feels something can't all be wrong. Queens clearly wasn't queening. And this is the thing, family. So please check out hashtag Black Twitter, hashtag Irish Twitter. Apparently, our queens and our African women, our queens in Ireland are going to have a great weekend. Let's just put it like that. But family, It's the end of an era. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. And please check out the show I've done on Malema as well, what Malema had to say about this. Finally, our truth is being shared of what, we were silenced for so long. But now it's being freely shared, family. End of an era. Era as in ERROR. And the beginning of what was always meant to be. But let me just reiterate this, and I'll say it in every video because it's so important, family. These people won't go quietly. They won't go peacefully. They will try and create as much instability. You can already see it as this stronghold and principality is like pulled off the earth. It's causing all kinds of havoc, which, and they're trying to say everything is them. But a lot of it is just Mama Earth cleansing herself and the return of our ancient ones, who, if you look to the clouds, family, you will see. Special shout out to our Patreon family. Thank you so much for sponsoring the show and enabling us to continue to bring the news to our people. Please consider supporting us for as little as $2 a month, or sending us a love donation through PayPal. Dr. Mumbi Show. Tuko pamoja. Looking for a conscious community, or for people, who are on their awakening journey, on their transition to an off-grid living in your country, well, we have the solution, family. We're calling it Unity Communities. We get so many emails every week from people who ask if I know of people in their region, or people in their city, or people in their town who are on a similar kind of journey, who have broken away or are breaking away from the religious psychosis, and they're looking for just people who think the same way in their town, in their city. But more importantly, to give us a community where we feel understood, understood, overstood, where we can bond with people of like mind. And if you feel called to be part of this, definitely email me at drmumbi at drmumbishow.com. Please put your country in the subject line with Unity Communities. Get in touch with me, drmumbi at drmumbishow.com. Unity Communities.
Wake up!